Welcome to the Flourish podcast for faith-driven women who are ready to take responsibility for their health, time, and calling. I'm Stephanie Book, and I coach women to gain clarity, create simple systems, and build intentional structure so they can move forward with consistent, faith-led action in the work God is calling them to build. If you're ready to live and lead with alignment, peace, and purpose, this is the place for you. Let's begin. Hey there, and welcome to the Flourish podcast. My name is Stephanie, and I'm so glad that you are here. Well, over the last several weeks, I have been through a lot of different thoughts and reflections, and as I encourage you to take time to reflect, to look at your goals, look at the things that are coming ahead, and then make sure that you are looking at what is going on with the season that you're in right now, and the things that you're doing, are they matching the season that you're in? And I came to the conclusion over a great retreat that I went on that I talked about actually in a previous episode about how I was going to investing in myself and going to a retreat that is part of a program that I am part of. And during that time, I had a lot of chance to sit back, reflect, and really take a look at my business, where I want it to go and how I want it to grow. And one of the things that I realized was that I love coming to you every single week with a podcast, but let's face it, it is a lot of work to do a podcast every single week. And just with some different things with my life and the season that I'm in right now, and some of the things that I want to build, this might not be the best place for me right now. Now, don't worry, I am coming back. I won't be gone forever, but I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I don't know how long it's going to be. I might come back maybe as seasons, where a lot of podcasters do that, or I might come back just full strong, ready to go with lots of episodes in queue. I have a lot of things I want to share with you, and I'm so excited about where Flourish has come, and think about how many episodes we have been with together. And it's really something that I've really enjoyed and something I'm very proud of. And so it was very difficult. It wasn't a decision that I made easily. There was actually some tears shed as I thought about maybe letting this go for just a little while. So if you've been with me all along, I just thank you so much for supporting me and being with me as I have stepped into this very fun journey of sharing the different things that I'm learning to help you move along the way. And if you're newer to me and you just found me, there are lots of episodes. So I believe this is episode 155 or 154. I can't remember. I should have looked before I started, but you have a lot of episodes, and there's lots of great things that I've shared in there. And so I might come and I might bring a collection of different ones of some of my favorite episodes, like I did on my 100th episode, or maybe I will just come and do small series. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen yet, but I'm going to take some time off to pray and to reflect and just really seek where God wants me to move through. Now, I do have some other exciting things. I'll be able to teach some different things on YouTube that I'm going to share. And so I haven't figured all of that out yet either, but I'm excited about it and sharing some different things that I have learned in building my business that I love to be able to teach you as well. And so be looking for me in different places. If you don't follow me on social media, please do that. Make sure that you're part of my Flourish group. That's where you're going to find me all the time, as well as on my regular socials. And as usual, all of my links are in the show notes. But I did want to just stop in. This is just a quick short episode, because I didn't want to take a lot of time to edit and go through this. And a lot of times I make sure that I sound great and everything sounds good and put together, but it's not always the case. A lot of times it's a lot of cuts and moves around just to make sure that it sounds good and that I'm sharing the things that I want to share effectively. So it's not necessarily goodbye. It's just a pause for now. And like I said, it was a difficult decision to make, but I also feel very light about doing this decision as well. And I think that's a great example of the different things that we've been talking about, how we're trying to find that clarity, how we're stepping into things that are great for our season right now. And this is exactly what I'm doing. Is this the fit for my season that I'm in right now? Maybe not. Maybe it is. And maybe I'll be gone for a few weeks and be like, oh my goodness, I don't want to miss this anymore. So I really am not sure, but I just wanted to give you the permission to maybe reflect on the things that you're doing in your life, and are they matching the things that you should be doing right now? Just because it worked before, is it really what you're supposed to be doing now? Maybe it is, and that's awesome. But maybe it's also you're doing something or showing up for something because that's what you've always done. And so that's one thing I'm trying to check out. Is the podcast, though I love it, is it something that I want to continue to do every single week? Or is it something I want to come in seasons? Or is something that I want to do an occasional? I'm not sure. There's lots of different things that I'm excited about, and I have lots of goals and aspirations and things that I want to do. So taking a pause right now might open up something else to be able to grow even more. So I wanted to share about that. I wanted to make sure that you knew about my webinar that drops tomorrow. It's called Scattered to Clear, and we're going to help you just kind of the process that I'm just doing, understanding what season we're in, making those right steps, understanding that you can step in and create things that you want to create, and it doesn't have to be overwhelming, that we can find a rhythm so that you can step in, have clarity on who you're serving, why you're serving them, what you're doing all of this for. Is it the right fit for where you are in the season? Are you saying yes to things that are maybe not what you should be saying yes to? Or just because you always said yes, you're saying yes again? Like, what are those different things that are coming at you? Is it something you want to build, but you're afraid, or you don't think that you have the qualifications to do that? We're going to work through all of those different things in the webinar. So if you have not registered for that, put clear in the comments. I will actually put a link right to the registration page so you can grab that. I have a beautiful workbook that I put together, and I have a free gift, as I've mentioned the last few weeks, of something that you'll receive once you attend the full webinar. And so I am excited about that as well. So I was trying to think, how do I close this up? And I actually was going to write this whole thing out and plan. And then last week, as the season goes, my mom was in the hospital for a lot of days, and then I got the stomach flu. And so today's the first day. It's Sunday afternoon, and I am recording this because I wanted to do one last episode for you. And this last couple of days has not been what I had planned. And it was just another reminder that here I thought, oh, now I need to make sure that I get this podcast done. And that's pressure that, one, I can change by being in a different rhythm and making sure that I'm batching and putting things ahead of time. And I recognize that. But I also recognize that the season I'm in, it might be too much for me to do all at once. And so this is why I'm taking a little bit of a pause. It's not, like I said, it's not for forever. But I just want to encourage you to take the moments, the things that I've talked about, the different questions that I've encouraged you to ask, and ask them yourself. Look at the things that you are doing and understand, are you doing the thing that God has meant for you to do? Or are you just showing up because that's what you've always done? You'll be surprised how much clarity you'll have when you take that time to stop and pause, take some time to pray, spend time in His Word, spend some time journaling. And oh goodness, did I journal a lot when I was in Destin, because I had those times where I was quiet. And I know not all of us can go to the beach to Destin and have those quiet times, but can you carve some time out for yourself? Can you go for a walk somewhere? Can you go to a park? It's finally getting warmer, well, sort of, here in Ohio. And so maybe there's a great day where you can just sit outside on the back porch instead of scrolling your phone for an hour, and spend some time outside, or go to the water if you live anywhere near it, or I don't know, just take a walk somewhere at a park. Find some space where you can just be in a different element than what you're normally in, and spend some time in prayer, spend some time journaling, writing out all those things, and then asking some of those questions. And so there's lots of resources. If you go back to episode after episode, I tried to always bring value and give you something to walk away from, some questions to ask, to reflection guides, and so much more. And so make sure that, again, that you follow me on my Flourish group, that you're part of that. So then if I have something that's new, you'll know it there. You'll be part of my newsletter. You'll be able to know what's going on and what's coming up with Flourish. You'll know when I'm coming back to the podcast and the different things that I'm going to be doing on YouTube and teaching. And so I want to say this, that I just want to again say thank you so much for listening. It's been such an honor to be able to come to you every single week. I have grown. I have seen the changes in myself in the way that I bring things to you, the things that I talk about, the ways that I encourage you. And that is all because of the growth that I have done, and because of your faithfulness for listening every single week. So I don't know what else to say. Being sick, I did not spend a lot of time preparing for this, but I wanted to make sure that I had this one last episode just to say thank you, and just to really encourage you to take that time to find that clarity. Recognize if you are in the season that you are meant to be, or if you're in that season, if you're doing what you are meant to be doing inside your season. I would love for you just to do that. And as always, I'm not going anywhere. You'll still find me all over on social media, again, on the different areas on YouTube. And You can also always apply for a call with me where we can talk through what's going on in your life because I still want to continue to help you. We're just taking a pause just on the podcast, just for a little bit until I make some decisions exactly where I want it to go. But I always want to remind you that it's so important that you step in and do the things that you know that God has laid on your heart. I think we get in our way so often. We let the fear stop us, keep us stuck, and we don't move forward. Or we have that idea, we start moving forward, but then we get afraid of what the outcome is going to be, and then we stop and we keep ourselves stuck into that one space. But as I always say, just one little step forward. What's that one next step that you can take that will move yourself forward to the next step? And maybe that next step is a pause. Maybe it is a break from something. Maybe it is really evaluating that season and seeing, is this what's best for me right now? I don't know, maybe. So, friends, I always want to encourage you to make sure that you are finding your identity in the one who made you, that God has created you and He has equipped you for all these things that He's laid on your heart to do, and you can do them. So, friends, I'm not sure what else to say. And I think I've said that a few times. I just wanted to step in one more time. I didn't want to make this long. I didn't want to drag this out, but I just wanted to encourage you to continue doing the things that your heart desires, that you go towards the things that God has equipped you for, that you have a message, you have something that others need from you, something that you've learned, something that you've grown through that can help someone else. We always think that we need to be perfection or we need to have all of the answers figured out before we move forward. And believe me, that is not the case. We just want to take one little step. If we have learned one thing, guess what? We're already ahead of someone else that has not learned that. And so we can take that and move it towards something else that we can help someone else with. Friends, I just appreciate you. Again, thank you for listening to me and just tuning in every single week. For those of you who have subscribed or shared the podcast, I just so appreciate it. So keep listening, keep sharing, and if there's any questions or things that you want to hear from me in my break, just let me know. Send me a message. Again, all my information is in the show notes below. But as always, I want to make sure that you recognize this. Say it almost at the end of every single episode because it's important to me that you understand that you are worthy and capable of living a full and flourishing life. Success isn't just possible, it's meant for you. All right, friends, take care. We'll see you again soon. Thank you for spending time with me today. If this episode encouraged you, I invite you to take one simple, intentional step forward. You will find many resources linked in the show notes to support you as you build with clarity and faith-led action. If this conversation resonated with you, please share the podcast so that this message can reach other women who are ready to move forward with purpose. Until next time, remember, you are worthy and capable of living a full and flourishing life. Success isn't just possible, it's meant for you.